How's it going, guys? It's me, the Domotaku, here today to talk about the next episode, or why did I just say that? We're going to first impressions on New Game. This series has been going on for 4 episodes, and for once, I finally decided to start it, and I should have started it sooner, because this series is hilarious and pretty amazing. So, New Game. What is the stuff about New Game? New Game is an interesting premise about a person who just graduated high school joining a video game video game maker studio. Is that what you call it, right? A video game creator group, right? And basically she joins this group because this is the group that made her favorite video game in the past, and that's basically the premise. So, you know, with that in mind, you know, I thought it was like, okay, that seems pretty okay. And when I watched the series, it's pretty funny. It's really fun. I find it funny, the shit that happens in this series. And thinking about it now, this series looks pretty amazing. Like, the visuals indeed look pretty amazing. Like the first episode, in the end of the first episode, when I forget her name, but yeah, when Alba, I believe that's her name. When she asks what game they're making, or what's the next game they're making, you know, the visuals in that scene when they tell her like, oh, we're making this game, it just looks freaking amazing. And afterwards, it's like, wow, this series looks pretty cool, actually. It really does. And you know, as I continue through, I watched the whole 4 episodes of this series in one go because it was hella funny. It just really was. So I think what makes it funny, or I don't know what makes it funny, but you know, this series reminds me of Shirobako, I believe that was called. You know, it's like another series like this where someone joins like an anime making studio, or like a group, right? And it has the same sort of premise, you know, but you know, once again, this is something like not in a high school sort of setting, but you have someone who just graduated from high school or college or whatever the frick she came from, right, joining into the working force. And I guess for me, it's sort of entertaining to see her get adjusted to this new lifestyle of having a job and working and not being in school, sort of thing, right? Because, you know, she's a new recruit for this game studio, and she's learning the ropes. She's trying to learn how to do 3D modeling and whatnot. So video games and creating video games, we can all enjoy that sort of thing. And I think that's also true too, because in this series you have like the premise is about making a video game, right? So that's entertaining for a lot of people who like video games. And then the whole cast is full of girls, and you know, that's basically it. I think that's like pretty funny, and just, you know, it works to an extent. But yeah, what I really see interesting about this series is how she joins in, and how she's learning the ropes, and you know, she's starting fresh from high school and getting a job and doing what she really wants to do, which was create a game. And she's working towards that goal, and on the way, she's just like, you know, she's adjusting, and it's pretty interesting. I find it pretty interesting, you know, to see her sort of growth as she joins this new place, her new work and her job, and how she learns to just do her job and whatnot. Because, you know, and also anyone speaking here as an artist, or freaking everyone that are using tablets and shit, like, you know, I'm pretty interested myself, so that might also be a factor, you know. Their job in the video game industry is the art, and the art, the arts directing, and the creating and whatnot, 3D modeling and whatnot. So, you know, as an artist myself, I kind of have an interest to that. So I think that's another reason why I'm so delved into this show, or really into this one. But yeah, aside from all the other video game stuff, it's pretty entertaining, for one, to see. I don't know, I find this series just really funny. Like, all the stuff that happens with this show I find it funny, you know, like the things where, like, it's pretty simple stuff where, like, oh, this girl's super shy, but she's like pretty like not shy when she's typing on a computer and whatnot. The manager is pretty funny. She reminds me of Miki from Idolmaster, how she sleeps in her freaking underwear in the freaking office and whatnot. You have everyone else, you have the newbie, you have just everyone in general. It's really lively. I like this series a lot, and you know, comparing it to other shows that I'm watching right now, like, I don't know, I can't put it into words, but yes, this series, for one, it really does. I really do like this series. I don't know if it's because like it looks visually like awesome, or it has the concept of video games and art and whatnot, and that sort of like, you know, interests me as an artist myself. But yeah, I really like this series. I cannot believe I haven't watched this series before. You know how I started this series? It's pretty funny because I basically listened to the ED of the song, the ending, new game, now loading, right? And I listened to it, I was like, wow, this ending sounds pretty awesome, but I've never watched New Game, so I decided to watch it after listening to the song so many times, or their ending song so many times. And yes, New Game is pretty amazing. I really like New Game. It's pretty funny, and it's pretty awesome as a watch. So yes, and I've watched all 4 episodes, so, you know, once again, I don't know if it's me or not, but you know, not all people will have the same reasoning as me to like this series. But yes, if you guys are fellow artists or something like the sort, do you like video games, anything like that, and you like this series because of those reasons, then yeah, that's pretty cool, because I think that's really how it applies to me, because I'm so really liking this show because of those similar interests and hobbies I have of drawing and video games and whatnot. And you see just like the work of how to create a video game and whatnot. So yes, that is about it for this episode, First Impression. I would continue this series, you know, on episodic reviews, but you know, there's not really much that happens in this series. It's just sort of like, well, for one, it's really interesting because it does show the progression of our main character Alba, who just joined in, and of course, you know, throughout episodes 1 through 4, we see her getting adjusted to her work, her job, and all the employees there and all the group members there. Like in the second one, they have a freaking drinking party, or in the third one, she's learning how to do 3D modeling and whatnot, and in the fourth one, she's learning to sort of like do her best and you know, achieve her goal of wanting to become a video game designer herself. So yeah, it's really interesting. I really enjoy this series, and hope you guys will also enjoy the series too. And I'm assuming that a lot of you guys also watch this series, and I'm just late to the party. So yes, I'll see you guys on the next video on the Don't Otaku MHL. Like the video if you like New Game, and the ending is pretty good. I like the series. And subscribe, because I will continue to do more episodic reviews for this series. I still gotta do like a lot of other things. For one, I gotta go work on that, like rewrites and planets, not planets, what's that say? Love Live Sunshine, I gotta do those too. So yes, I'll see you guys on the next video on the Don't Otaku MHL. So take care guys, matane, and New Game now loading, artists, playing games, all that stuff. It's super exciting.